Hey friends, I'm at the Petersen Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. This fantastic building was not like a brainchild of an architect, but the newly made facade is the product of an architectural styling company called Kohn Pedersen Fox. It has nothing to do with Robert and Margie Petersen, who are the protagonists of this beautiful automotive museum. There's a couple of expositions in there. One of them is about movie cars. We're going to see Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We're going to see Back to the Future. We're going to see Miami Vice. But there is also one of my absolute dream cars on expose in there right now. There's a theme going on wedge-shaped cars. We're going to see some Giorgetto Giugiaro. We're going to see some Marcello Gandini and Bertone. And there is the magnificent one of Lancia Stratos HF Zero. So, yeah, follow me in there and let's be amazed.
Rumor has it that rumor had it. Yeah, I know it's a little quirky way of saying it, but I mean that Lancia didn't ask Bertone to do a mock-up of the Lancia Stratos. They didn't see the coming of a new rally car. This was Nuccio Bertone's own initiative in 69-70 to set up something, his own initiative, because he thought that Lancia needed a new rally car to replace the aging Fulvia, and because the time for a designer was to do these super aggressive wedge designs, and he set up to do this by himself. And the other rumor says that when he went to Lancia and Torino to present it, he was able to drive under the entrance gate because this car is only 84 centimeters tall. Nuccio Bertone asked my big hero Marcello Gandini to do this extreme design, and when the bosses at Lancia saw it, they were of course enthralled and infused and impressed and instantly in love. And the story goes that Cesare Fiorio, who was the sports manager at Lancia, saw the potential for a rally car, and that all became the Lancia Stratos, the HF Lancia Stratos, the famous rally car. By the way, HF stands for, believe it or not, high fidelity. Isn't that kind of funny? Back then it was an acronym for durability and sportiness. It was sort of like the Lancia's AMG. Today we more think about stereo equipment when we say HF.
Hey, wait a minute. Haven't I seen that car before? You might have. In the 1988 movie Moonwalker, musician and artist Michael Jackson kind of morphs and changes into a car when he's escaping a gang of gangsters, and that is the Lancia Zero HF. Story has it that Bertone didn't really let him have the car for the movie, so a mock-up or kit car was created for the purpose, and it was gray. And while you might think that I think I've seen it before in gray, you would also be right, because the car was launched in 1970 in this very particular bronze metal paintwork. But soon thereafter, for some odd reason, it was painted gray, and it stayed gray all the way up to 2000 when it was returned to its original color.
The Zero is so low, it has no doors. The way to enter and exit this magnificent car is through the windscreen. So you kind of push the secret button and the windscreen flips up, and then you crawl in, and I've seen it done. It's not really an elegant way to get into a car, and it's certainly not one of those bank robber cars where you get out of there in a hurry.
When Ford launched the GT40, the race car, in 65-66, it was named after its height, 40 inches. That was considered a very low and very flat car. The Lancia Stratos Zero HF that's behind me here is 33 inches, a very, very low car. The story goes that when Nuccio Bertone, the head of Bertone Design, took this masterpiece of Marcello Gandini's and presented it to the management at Lancia, he was able to drive under the gate to the factory. And someone apparently warned the guys there, because rumor has it there was a whole crowd of factory workers standing there looking at it and cheering him on. That's the advantage of a low car if you get to a toll gate.
If you go to the famous Museum Volandia just north of Milano by the Aeroporto di Malpensa, you will see a big collection of Bertone designs, many of them just being mock-ups and plastic models. But the idea with the Zero was that it would be a running engined finished car that you could actually go in from A to B to really establish and show the concept. The engine is not impressive, not by their numbers back then and certainly not today. It's 112 horsepower. It's a tiny little 1.6 Lancia Fulvia engine. It's a 4-cylinder and it's not going to kill anyone. But the idea was that you could fire it up and you could drive. And as Nuccio Bertone did, he drove all the way to Torino and presented it to Lancia, and they loved it.
Highest claim that any concept car can have, I think, in my humble opinion, is to become a Hot Wheels car. So the toy company Hot Wheels in 2025 launched the limited little series of 6 very special cars, and the Lancia Stratos Zero was one of them. It doesn't get much better than that.
Lancia Stratos HF Zero may very well look like a supercar, but it isn't. It could attain a measly 120 kilometers an hour, but it led Marcello Gandini into the more creative line of the work, and here at the Petersen it's put on display just next to it. This is the Lamborghini LP400 Periscopio, the first of many magnificent Lamborghinis, and once that was introduced with the scissor doors, no one could fall asleep again in the automotive industry. This is a car that changed the world for all of us. Countach is an Italian dialect from Piemonte, and it is actually directly translated. It's what a man would say if a woman with a great ass would go by him. He would look at the guy next to him and say, Countach, what an ass.
Hey car friends, thank you for watching JP Group Club. This is our new YouTube channel. It's obviously sponsored by JP Group, and we're aiming to tickle you in all the right places with information and entertainment pertaining air-cooled cars from primarily Porsche and Volkswagen. Stay tuned, and we're going to take you through production. We're going to test products at the workshop. We're going to take you to interesting places, drive fascinating cars, and meet relevant people. Help me get this show on the road. Press the subscribe button and like and whatever you can. Share it with your friends, and we're going to make it fly. Thanks a lot for watching.